Picking up now.
Now he's streaming it.
We'll go ahead and start. Yeah, it'll take a few seconds to pause. All right, Shalom, Shalom. We the Hebrew Israelites. Yeah.
Loud and clear.
We come out here day in, day out, prophesy the downfall of America, which is modern day Babylon, spiritual Sodom and Egypt, and the uprising of Israel, which consists of so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans of the hopeful elect doing the work, ministry of the Most High, who people call just God, ignorantly called God, and the ignorantly called his son Jesus, which is true name of Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai. We're going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone, must salutations to the brothers, teaching word for the hopeful election to be the elect, Most High will. And to the hopeful extended elect, Shalom, blessings, men, women, and children. We're going to get right into it. We're going to name this the Invisible War. And it's really, we're really at war with ourselves, and we're at war with the world, So this is the battlefield right here. We've been called to be soldiers, in this army of the Most High, and it tells you that in the scriptures he's a man of war. So he sent his sons out in this war, and then there's a left-hand side war with the Edomites and all the things that they're doing. So it's an opposition. And nobody sees the war because Esau is not really approaching it spiritually, but we are. We've been called in the spiritual war. Go ahead.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 1. Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. It's in verse 3.
So be strong. And it says in the grace, right? Be strong.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is a grace period. Most High have mercy upon his elect. This is a grace period to get our stuff together. Because really it's at the end of it all, it's a battle between evil and good. It doesn't have anything to do with finances or maintain. That's a part of it because we got to maintain. We gotta live in this world. But the overall is to conquer this evil and the evil within us, the war that happens within us too. Go ahead.
Verse 2, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men who shall be able to teach others also. Verse 3, thou therefore endure hardness.
Yeah, hardness. That's what's presented to us in many ways, many levels, to where we have to maintain in this world, even knowing that we're waking up to our enemy, that they have power, they have weapons, they have psychological methods and measures to make us look like, so-called make us look like fools, like, we don't know what they're talking about, that there is no war, that we're conspiracy theorists, domestic terrorism and all that, and people don't see it. You really got to be spiritual to see this thing, man. Go ahead.
Verse 3, thou therefore endure hardness.
Go ahead.
As a good soldier of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
See, the Christians never talked about being soldiers. They never talked about the Most High's army. They never talked about, that we're in a war. It's just a lot of folly and lollygagging in the church in this world. You know what I'm saying? So they like we said, they try to make us look crazy, like there's nothing going on. There's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on, and Jake is starting to see it, but through gradualism, it's not enough. It says, "Who shall rouse him up?" Talking about Jacob. Jacob needs to really be shaken up to act on something. And the Most High is roughing us some feathers, man. He's ruffling some feathers. So we're at the battleground on the battlefield before Jake. Even a lot of Jakes even wake up, man, because we know what's going on. It's a real war out here.
You got James. You want me to read King James?
Yeah. Yeah. Go. Let me go to the. Yeah, we'll back it up with the NLT. James 4:1. You said
Yes, come.
and we read that scripture before about taking on the whole armor and Most High and dodging the fiery darts of the wicked. You know, because the spiritual. You know, like King David, he actually fought Goliath, and they tried to put an armor on him. You know, but he believed that he had faith in the Most High. So we carry that same faith of that covering of the Most High, giving him all praises that he's going to protect us and give us the armor that we need in this world. So James 4, and let me go there right quick. You can pull it up before me.
Yeah, I got it up.
I'll read it. I got it. James 4:1. For as much then as Yahweh Shai has suffered for us in the flesh, and no, it says no servant is greater than his master, so we're going to have to suffer too. You know, that's a part of this war. Surviving the suffering, taking, you know, what they say, taking on a, wear your badge on their sleeve, so to speak. You know, it says, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. See, so you arm yourselves with the suffering, with the understanding of suffering, the knowledge, wisdom, understanding that comes with that. Because a lot of Jakes have failed, and what they do when they fail, they go back into the world, they get back on drugs, or they get into drugs, they go to prison, and they lose themselves, man, altogether. You know, you gotta be a strong mind to even in the scripture it says Most High talking to Israel, he said, how's that mind weak? How's that heart weak? Meaning your mind. So a lot of Jakes and fell under the feminism and all that, and became effeminate and all that because they have failed in this world. They're facing these atrocities and these different levels of suffering, pain, and they fall off. So we keeping the Most High will strong in Yahweh while Yahweh Shai, and we not fall. Yeah, that's crazy. He just fell off his bike when I was talking about falling and shit. That's a spirit.
You know, that's hard. Falling is part of the, you know, it's part of the process. You know, that's why I said a righteous man fall down and get up 7 times. So you know, which is completion. You know, it's gonna be only a certain amount of times that you got to go through failure here, man. Yeah. Until the Lord finishes our faith. So through that, you have to do that hardness. Yeah. So it's not gonna be an easy road, you know. And that's the one thing that the church is trying to teach you, that it's gonna make the road easier. And it's not gonna make it easy.
Yeah. And like you said in Psalm 37, what he say, though he the righteous steps of man are ordered by the Most High. And it says, though he fall, he should not be utterly cast down. So even though you know, because what it means fall to go off, you know, you're gonna make mistakes. Yeah. But you're not gonna be utterly cast down if you are the elect, meaning he ain't gonna fully. He may punish you, of course, but he ain't gonna fully destroy you, man. He gonna bring. And then what it said after that, he said, "For he upholded him with his hand." Yeah. You know, that's how about Shemal Shai extending that help, and you taking his hand, and he, you know, pick what they say in the word, you know, a helping hand, you know, aiding you. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna, like you said, we gonna go through it, but eventually, how about Shemal Shai is gonna, if he's dealing with you, he gonna bring you out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because Jake is on a carnal level. He waiting for a physical hand. It's going to be spiritual with this knowledge, wisdom, understanding. It says, For he had suffered in the flesh hath for he that hath suffered in the flesh hath ceased from sin, man.
Ooh, that's one of my favorites right
Yeah,
there.
First Peter, man.
Oh, and then like he said, as the Lord suffered in the flesh, arm yourself like what he say, arm
Likewise,
yourself
yeah.
likewise while with the same mind, meaning
Yeah.
get ready. You see, we really supposed to be thinking about that because it's gonna come a time where, like it's this prophecy that brothers are gonna be getting, be beheaded, and we're gonna get that hour of temptation as well.
Yeah.
So he said, arm yourself likewise with the same mind. Then we can't just not think about that because
Mm-hmm.
we gotta, he basically saying get ready, get yourself ready for that.
Yeah, things happen in the process of time, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
nothing's overnight. So you're gonna have, you might have to endure certain situations.
Yeah.
Thinking, hey, damn, when this would be over? Go ahead.
This is James chapter 4, verse 1. From whence come wars and fightings among you? Come they not hence, even of your lusts that war in your members?
Yeah, that's what Paul was talking about. The war within him, the warring in his members. Going back and forth or struggling with certain things in your mind. You know that that could take you under in this world. Because Esau, you know, like the so-called land of freedom, the so-called what Esau is doing, it messes with people's mind, man. Like, oh shit, Trump making different decisions. I can't take this no more. Or, pull it between within politics, or just the condition of America. It's like, man, we heading toward failure, and people lose their mind, blow their brains out, kill themselves, or kill their family. They get evil toward their brother. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and that's because that's also what that scripture's talking about. War within your member, the brotherhood.
Yeah.
Because things, it come a time where brothers may disagree with each other. We all love each other, but that time may come where, look, minor, I'm gonna call it minor
Yeah.
altercation.
Should be.
Because,
Yeah, should be.
yeah,
Money.
should be. Minor altercation may, because like I said, we in the flesh, so brothers gonna disagree. So that's what Paul was also talking about. It's gonna be Satan gonna come in the midst of the camp, in the midst of the brotherhood, and try to
Yeah.
bring brothers against each other, you know, in some way, some fashion. But we gotta fight. We gotta fight through it because, like you said, we are we gotta look at ourselves, man.
Yeah, that's
Fight against ourselves.
and that's Satan's style. He'll attack you when you're weak.
Yeah.
That's why he came through Eve, the weaker vessel.
Yep.
So he'll attack you in your weakness, man. You know, and it says in the scriptures, bear the infirmities of your brothers. So you gotta watch out for your brothers too, as far as their soul, and be concerned also well with that. You know, because it might be a point where you need your brother at the end of the day, or when this shit goes down. You know. You don't want to be convicted in your soul, like, damn, man, can't even ask for help because I was a fool to him, man. You know.
Yep.
Hey, shalom to the brothers and a few sisters on the comment board. Y'all bashim ashai bashim kakadash bakatham. Shalom. Go ahead.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 24. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize?
Yeah, Esau talking about a second prize winner, third prize. There's only one winner, man. The elect is the only winner in this on this side, you know, in this last run. You know, there ain't no second elect, third elect. It's only one. So we running, but we pacing ourselves. At the same time, we're measuring it to where, like, when you need water, when you need to take a break. Some jakes don't. They'll run and exhaust themselves. Like, it's kind of like a physical example of a female. I know that video went viral where a female worked herself to death and she passed out at the job and shit, and she ceased because she didn't know, she overworked herself. You can't overwork yourself in this truth, man. You know, or warring. You got, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of, when you go out at war, you know, if you could take your shield and buckler and shit, you know, a lot of that, the shield does the work. You know, it protects you, so you don't have to, you know, get struck so many times. You know, and it, remember it said in that scripture also, it says, take the helmet of salvation, the shield of faith. You know, so we are equipped, Most High equipped His saints with the necessities of to battle and defeat the enemy, man. And it starts within too. It first starts within, man. Go ahead.
So run that you may obtain.
The run that you may obtain, and that's what nobody sees this. This is invisible to people. You know?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Verse 25, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things.
Yeah, temperate in all things. Go ahead.
Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown.
See, that's why you got a lot of Israelites that's, you know, doing it for their vain glory, their own glory, you know, for a corruptible crown. But us, it's gonna say, go ahead.
But we an incorruptible.
We are incorruptible because we know this world is about to fade away on the physical side as far as the dominion and the power and the rulership of it. We know that's going down. We're not putting our strength in it. That's why we're not trying to be rich in this place. We're not trying to possess many things in this place, because this place is going down. We don't want to be a part of that. What's going to be swallowed up. We do the work for the for the ministry that's happening with the spirit of Yahweh Yahushai, man. Go ahead.
Verse 24 or verse 26, I therefore so run, not as uncertainly.
Like uncertainty, it's going to say, he's going to talk about how some people fight this war. Go ahead.
So fight.
So fight, it says, you know what I'm saying? And people don't understand it. Jake want to get carnal, but this is a spiritual war, you know? And so the fighting is not only that, but surviving, asking the Most High not to take His spirit from you. Like, taking care of your brothers, taking care of your household, your wife, if you have one, your children. It's an all-out war, man. Because Esau wants to, like we said, he wants to make the man not a man. He want to feminize Jake. He want to take your spirit down, get you on drugs, get you on alcohol, to be a nobody. Go ahead.
So fight I, not as one that breatheth the air, beateth the air,
like, you know, fighting and not hitting the enemy, not you know, not making any progress, man. A lot of Jakes come in this truth and they don't make progress, and they get mad and angry at the Most High, the ministry, the brothers, and all that. You know, go ahead.
Verse 27, but I keep under my body.
Keep under my body. So you gotta be, so to speak, in subjection to things that you have to understand. That's why understand means to understand, you standing under something so you can understand it, so you can get a full essence of it. That's why we suffer. We're standing under oppression. We're standing under trials and tribulations, so we can understand, okay, now that's how I keep myself balanced. That's how I get through this. You know, when the time Jacob's trouble comes, it's a lot of people, they taking food SNAP benefits, they taking welfare things away from our people. They bugging out. But we don't bug out. We just like, we knew it was coming. We try to maintain, keep a steady level and steady head. Go ahead.
And bring it into subjection.
Bring it into subjection. So also it reminds me of prisoners of Yahushua. You can't do everything you want to do in this world. You can't lollygag like the rest of the people in this world. You gotta keep your body in subjection. You gotta do things that you not satisfied doing. Most High said this is not a pleasurable time. It's a time really understand what's really what do you call it? what really should be desirable in this world. What did it say? Desire the sincere milk of the word, not carnal things, man. You know, for our pleasures and all that. We have a little pleasure. It says be more pleasers of the Most High than the pleasers of your flesh. Paraphrasing. Go ahead.
Lest that by any means, when I have preached to others,
Yep.
I myself should be a castaway.
Yeah. You know, and you don't want to be a hypocrite in this place. You don't want to act like you got it figured out. We make mistakes. You like, man, I fell off. I fell down. I get back up. You don't want to beat yourself up either with your own weapon and shit, man. What sense does it make, man? You know. So this is a war that's starting within your mind first before, you know. And we know the enemy is watching. We know Esau got you know, he got us under surveillance, so to speak. Got cameras set up. He what they say, they privately watch us, you know. But we can't, you know, you can't trip out on those things or be afraid of those things because, you know, they're gonna do what they do. But we gotta do our part for the Most High. It's not easy, like we said, it says endure hardness. It's not easy, man.
Yep.
You know, go ahead.
This is Joshua chapter 1, verse 9.
And just to mention of Job, you know, we bring out that story. He said, though he slew me, I held my integrity. So, you know, the Most High people be like, Satan and all that. Well, yeah, you have to have an opposition, but really it's the Most High toughening you up, man. Seeing you for some overcome your steps. You know, they say that a lot in church. Overcome with the blood of Jesus. And we know that's not his name, and they really haven't overcome. Because when this shit hits, they're going to be thrown off. They're going to be like, I thought it was all good, Most High. Go ahead.
This is Joshua chapter 1, verse 9. Have I not commanded thee? Be strong and of good courage.
Go ahead.
Be not afraid.
Be not afraid. Go ahead.
Neither be thou dismayed.
Yeah, you could be in a situation, a predicament, or somebody can wrongfully do something against you in this world, and you gotta believe in the Most High. You gotta have faith that He'll get you out of that situation.
Yeah, that's a commandment, not to be afraid, man.
Yeah.
And if you ain't, you know, doing that to the best of your abilities, the Lord is gonna lead you out here, man.
Yeah. It even says, what it say about your afflictions? It says, be not afraid with any amazement.
Well,
and these are common things that men have suffered also in this world. We're not experiencing anything that no man has been through and overcome. So the example is already set, especially the example of the brotherhood. You know, apostles been out warring, you know, 40 plus, 35, 30, 20, 10, and so on. You know, so the example is set, man, that you can't get weak.
Yeah, what did Yahushua tell his disciples? He said, what he say? He said, why are you so fearful?
Yeah.
In other words, why you so scared? Why y'all so scary?
Yeah, because
you know, like when he told his disciples, you know, they got the tripping
like
with
that.
he said, why you so fearful? You know, the Lord don't like that, man. Like, hey, man, nah, man, that ain't what I created y'all to be. I get up out of that spirit.
You know, because he's looking at them, knowing that those are the men that he built the earth with.
Right.
That's why he asking them, like, why are y'all scared? Like, y'all with me.
Yeah.
You know, we about to have rulership over everything.
Yeah. He said he's for us.
Yeah.
Who can be against us? He already wrote the movie. You already win at the end. Kind of reminds me of that when you said that Michael Jackson Thriller. Who's going to protect you from the beast that's about to strike?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the Most High said he stretched out his hand for his elect. You know, what did it say? His hand is stretched out all day long. But you know, Jake is looking for a physical hand to come out. Nah, the Most High doesn't work like that.
Prophets, man.
Yeah, that's what it is. And the extended help that he gives you by things happening with you, blessings that's happening with you. Count those as blessings, man. Go ahead.
Says, for the Lord thy power is with thee whithersoever thou goest.
There you go. He's with you Whithersoever so thou goest, man. You know. So it's like a lot of people like when what it said, Satan when he was moved against Job. What did Satan say? He said, "Well, take that hedge off of him, and I bet he, curse you." So you can't be safe all the time and comfortable all the time, man. A lot of time, and most time, you're gonna be uncomfortable and feel unsafe, but you are in safety. What do you even say about when the elect lives are taken, people counted for, you know, they counted like as if it was like it's that word that I'm thinking about. They counted like they lost, you know. But it
Yeah.
said, he that loses life shall gain his life. He that gain his life shall lose his life. So we're not. We look like a lot of times it look like we're losing the fight, but we're really winning, man. Because we're really maintaining and really continue to praise Yahweh. Some people are they watch a damn TD Jakes type of dude. And they be like, we're gonna debunk the Hebrews or one scripture, and then they'll fall out because of that, man. Well, you gotta be family. You gotta understand this thing as this is your what did it say, a rightful duty. This is your family. We wake up. You cannot stop being an Israelite. You just are an Israelite. You know.
Meaning you can't put off the curses.
Yeah. You know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta go through.
You gotta go.
You gotta go through the
But
curses.
he said he got us when we go through them.
Yeah. You gotta understand these nations don't give a damn about you. Jake, you've been suffering already, man. You might as well suffer for righteousness. You've been they've been treating you like shit. All this while, nothing's different, man. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 43, verse 2. When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee.
Yeah. Passing through, yeah.
Yep.
Suffering, afflictions, atrocities, the weighing down of your spirit. Like I said, they make, when they make these laws and all that, and make you think that they winning. They have rulership. Like the wicked rules. It says that the earth is given to the hand of wicked. So he does have it in his possession, and it does look like a lot. He's winning at every. But nah, not spiritual. Because overall, when the Most High say it's time, it's time. But then we can see them falling, gradually falling. We can see that. We could see Trump scrambling and shuffling and all that. Like, yeah, look at Trump. He's looking like a weak sheep. Go ahead.
And through the rivers,
you know how when they show them slave movies and shit, they be going through the rivers and waters and shit, trying to escape the dogs and shit. We are in a state of captivity. That's what Jake don't want to admit too. This is a state of captivity. That don't mean you have to be weak because you're in a state of captivity. It's just the reality of things. We're not in. Hey, we're far from where we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be kings and priests of the earth, the whole earth, man. And yet we're at the end of the stick at every turn. We don't have the best jobs. We don't have the best cars, best houses, best women. But that's coming too. What did it say? You got to wait upon him. Because if you take according to this world got nothing to offer. We see the value of this world going down. It's nothing. The money is about to be. They going digital in Mexico right now, man. And it's about to be digitalized all over this place. And we know the laws that they're spewing out now. It's corruptible. It's not for us. Go ahead.
they shall not overflow thee.
They shall not overflow thee, man.
Yeah, like Howard Shaw was when he was with his disciples on that boat.
Yeah,
And
when the
storm
troubled
came,
waters.
Yeah. He was with them.
Yeah.
And because he was on the ship, they didn't, like I said, the water didn't open. They didn't destroy the ship.
Yeah.
He calmed it. The storm.
Yeah. And basically now we represent that ship, man.
Yeah.
You know, like we're this captivity, America, Babylon the Great. You know what I'm saying? It's a great storm, man. It's waters all around us trying to subdue us, man. You know, what, like Saquon said, with their philosophies and their doctrine, how they psychologically wear you out with the food, with the way they have, uh, you know, people acting out here around us. You know, all that stuff is strategically created to keep somebody in the spirit here low, man.
Yeah, like a
You know what I'm
lot.
saying?
Yeah, a lot of people feared when the jab stuff came out, the CV, whatever, COVID. They was like, oh man, I gotta go to I gotta get check in, I gotta get into the hospital, I gotta do this and that, taking all kind of forms of drugs and all that, so-called medicine. And what happened? You know, a lot of them got taken out because they didn't trust in the Most High. Most High said, trust in Him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, He said He will be our strength. Go ahead.
When thou walkest through the fire,
And the elites know that, and they gonna test. They love to move against us and try to prove us just like Satan. Like, hey, I bet he'll curse you.
and then
You know?
when we do most of the time we do stand up and we have an austere kind of response to it, as if we're not letting up, we're not putting up with that shit. They make it seem like we being aggressive or something. We're not being aggressive.
Yeah.
You know, we're not being aggressive, man. We ain't putting our hands on nobody.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that, and that's what they think. They think Christians like everything's just supposed to be answered with a gentle voice or
Yeah.
something. That's not how that. No,
It's actually the opposite.
it's the opposite, man. We're in a war, man.
I gotta get that scissor voice out of your head, man.
Yeah, man.
Because he feminized a lot of jakes, man.
And it'd be like you be at work and somebody come to the job and you know damn well that they don't believe in the Lord. So a lot of times the Lord will send them at you and be asking and all types of questions and bothering you and trying to get you to talk about stuff you know you ain't supposed to be talking about at work. I had one dude just come straight up to me and be like, "What you think about the Jews?" But what that got to do with work, man? What the fuck that got to do with work? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you want to talk about this right now? Why don't you go out to the highways and teach this then?
Yeah.
If you really want to talk about it.
And you remember, yeah.
Why you asking me? I'm just a small worker, man.
And we gotta
That's what they be doing, man.
you gotta remember too. This whole what they say, you shall be hated by all men.
Yeah, man.
You know, and you gotta remember that. And these are you gotta remember too that a lot of these are spirits from the old world.
Yeah, man.
That's coming back. We told you about reincarnation. So a lot of times those people they don't even know why they say the things they say. It's just in their spirit to do it, and then they see that you different from the rest of the world,
man.
And you stand out, so they be curious about you. Go ahead.
That's part of that fire. Like the Lord sends us as sheep among the wolves, and you're gonna get a lot of that more blunt, cold responses from people as you go. That's why the elders are saying, pray for your brothers and your families, man.
Yeah.
Because we about to start. People about to start being a lot more colder with us, or trying to just trip our words in the sand, whether we support or not support certain things, man.
Yep.
And that's part of the war too. Like we don't need that validation. What's the point of explaining this stuff to these people, man? Yeah. They don't really care about the Most High, man.
Yep.
So when thou walkest through the fire,
hey, they ain't talking about hell. You know what I'm saying? Hey, when every time I mention fire, that don't mean he's talking about hell and underground. I mean, it's never talking about that, but it's talking about these trials and tribulations, these afflictions. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not be burned.
Thou shalt not be burned, man.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like there is physical examples of that too, like Ananias.
That's what I was just gonna say. His spirit, they know him. The Babylonian name, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Yeah.
It's Ananias, Azariah, and Mishael is Mishael. Yeah. Is it? They Hebrew names.
Yeah.
They was in the fire, like you ready to say. They was in the fire, literally. Yeah. And Yahweh Shai was with them. Yeah. That son, that fourth image that was likened unto the Son of the Most High. Yeah. That was Yahweh Shai, man. That wasn't no regular. Well, I don't want to say regular, but You know,
situation,
another
yeah.
angel. That, you know, that was the angel of all angels. That was shot, man. The
And
top angel.
yeah, and like we said, the physical example now is spiritual, man. And nobody sees that we're in the furnace of affliction. It's spiritual, man. What did it say? All things, the natural and then the spiritual come. So we're dealing with a spiritual war, and it's a visible war to the people because they're not spiritual. You know, go ahead.
Neither shall the flame kindle upon thee.
Yep. Neither shall the flame kindle upon thee, man.
Yep.
And really, when they get back into the physical with the missiles, we're gonna hopefully be not scorched by that flame, because we're gonna be having immortal bodies to escape the damnation coming to this place.
And if I may, that scripture is only for the elect. You ain't of the elect, you're gonna get burned, you're gonna drown, and you're gonna be through.
Yep.
And how you prove that? What's that? Zechariah 14. He said, "I will bring the third part through the fire."
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because
Only the elect.
what did it say? When you dip the gold in, purify, make a man more precious as gold. You get them impurities out. If the impurities are not coming out of you during your during that dipping of your affliction, and the worst come out of you, then that's toxic, man. Like we got a lot of toxicities in us, if I'm saying it right.
Toxicity.
Yeah, that we don't even see. Like a lot of it's it could be microscopic and shit. Like no Jake is taking them, the got the tools to see inside his body of what's happening. But that's just like you said earlier, Jan, that it's the body of the ministry too.
Yeah.
That's why it says a schism. You know, a little leaven whole lump schism in the body. It has to get rid of. You know, so that's a war within too. A war to get defeat and kill the toxic. The toxicities in your mind and your spirit. So this is good for us, right? This is like medicine for us, man. To go through these things, to harden us, man. You can't be offended by another man's voice, or another man's correction when it comes to the spirit of the Most High. Or even your boss, you know, you have a boss, you can't be like, he talked to me. You got to get your ass to work if he's saying, because you work for him. And shit.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, or get your ass another job.
Yep.
But that's how it got to be. You think we like going to work and shit? Wake up in the morning, got another job, got another day of work.
Gotta be free, put on a mask and shit.
Hey, Esau don't even like going to work these days and shit. Remember back then he used to have a suitcase and new shoes and new suit. He's like, hell with this shit. I'm tired of it. He's tired too. Go ahead.
This is you ain't had nothing out.
Yeah, I got pass by going like this. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Well, this second edge is 14 and 14.
What did we just say? That we're gonna be hated by all men.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
So we ain't surprised, man.
He looked like one of them redneck.
And you know, like I said, these are the same people that got black friends and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
He said, second Esdras, chapter 14 and 14. Like you were just saying, you know, you can't be getting offended when you going put in whatever situation.
Yeah.
Or, you know, elder might get on to you, brother might get on to you, rebuke you. We can't get offended. We gotta take it, you know, take it on the cheek. You know what I'm saying?
They say like with a grain of salt.
Yeah. What should I say? Turn the other cheek.
Yeah.
You know, and it ain't talking about them Christians. They don't even know what he was saying. He was talking about the brotherhood. That's only for the brotherhood. That was what we turn the other cheek. Brother might, you know, get rebuked or get into it, whatever. Turn the other cheek.
And it's also talking about using wisdom in this world, because you know, somebody, if your boss fire you and all that, you can't go in there with an AK and shoot everybody.
Yeah.
You just be gotta like take a loss on that job and get something else.
Dust your feet off and move to another
Move
city,
around,
man.
yeah.
You know, move to just go do something else. And a lot of times the Lord be doing that in your favor, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or to see what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know?
That's it. See what you're gonna do.
And you lash out, you be like, see,
You
You're not
ain't, you
ready.
ain't ready
You're
yet.
not ready.
You didn't pass the
No.
test.
Go ahead.
It says,
What did it say? Be angry and sin not.
Sin not, yep.
Go ahead.
Second Ezra 14, verse 14, it says, let go from thee mortal thoughts.
Let go of the mortal thoughts, man, because we all have mortal thoughts, man. We're mortal people right now. We wake up in a mortal world, man. And like we said, when we talk and speak and we talk spiritual things, what did it say? Comparing
spiritual things, not
spiritual things and with spiritual things. That's why Yahweh Shai didn't talk a lot, because he's like, man, y'all of the earth, I'm of the heaven. Let earthly things be of the earth. Let heavenly things be of the heavens.
Yeah, time.
Go ahead.
It said, cast away the burdens of men.
The burdens of men, man. That carnality, that mortal. You know, we hoping to get new bodies, man, and we're kind of like rehearsing the acts of getting an immortal body. You know, like you know, it's almost like a gift of that your father got for you. He's like, not yet. You got, you know, you got to get through college. You know, physical example, get through college first, and you get to have that car. You get to have that house. You're like, man, and you can. It's almost right there. You know, got a few more tests to go. You know, you can have it.
Yep.
You know, what did it say? Is my father's pleasure to give you the kingdom. Paraphrasing. So it ain't like we getting duped by Yahweh Shai. They gonna come through with their promise. What it say? They count as Most High is slack is promise. They call it slacking his promise.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna come. Some men count as slackness. Well, he's gonna come through, because we see the world unfolding. We see the tables flipping, man. The tables turning. People ain't so happy that used to be happy. We already know that. We already in our what do you say, go to the house of mourning rather than mirth. Go ahead.
He said, put off now the weak nature.
The weak nature, man. Because the what it say, the natural, then the spirit. But you can't stay, it can't be natural forever. It has to take on immortality.
Yeah.
It has to take on the spirit. Things fade. You know, it's like Esau's world. They be like, well, we don't get flowers no more, or roses no more, real roses no more, or real flowers. You know why? Because they died. Now they make plastic shit. You know what I'm saying? So you can have them in your house forever. But it you know, the real situation of a thing, you really want to be authentic with somebody and give them real stuff. But even that fades away. So you got to, you know, take up on a higher learning of things, a higher lesson of things in life. Go ahead.
Yeah, and he said, put off now the weak nature.
Now,
yeah. Son, not later, but now.
Yeah.
You know, we gotta get into that spirit now, man.
Would it say put not off the Lord day by day?
Yeah, come.
You know, seek him while he may be found. You know, like the knowledge and wisdom and the understanding is out there, man. You know, life is out here. Therefore, choose life. Death and life is before thee. Therefore, choose life. You can't just be a nobody, a bum, and just be like, yeah, giving up and fuck, you know, this shit. It doesn't make any sense. No, it does make sense. It makes perfect sense. Most High wrote it out. He told men to write his words.
Yep.
Speak his words. Go ahead.
It said, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee.
Yeah, most heavy upon it. You worried about what's gonna be Jacob's trouble, the end of the world. I don't got enough money. The world is falling apart. My bank they closed. The banks are closing.
That's worrying.
Yeah. The stores are closing. Well, what did it say? In that day, my servant shall eat. You gotta, and Esau's demon ass. And hey, we don't really, you know what I'm saying? We don't really misunderstand Esau. We know that he's supposed to come against us. We know he's supposed to test us. We know he got all kind of cruel ways to test us. You know, he's telling us like, oh yeah, you know, the so-called the Jewish people, the fake Jews that tell you you're not a real Jew and laugh in your face And then you be like, well, don't y'all do this diabolical shit? How can y'all be the true people? Yeah. So we know he's a nobody. You know, he's propped up by the Most High that gave him the power to do so. But without the Most High's power, he's a nobody. So we know that in this spiritual war, man, in this invisible war. You know, what did it say in the Matrix? He said, where everybody, they are everybody and they are nobody. You know? Go ahead. I want to get a scripture after this. Go ahead.
It says, "In haste to flee from these times."
In haste to flee from these times. Go ahead.
And it said, and this is why they said, put off the weak nature, the mortal thoughts. Mortal thoughts. It says, "For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter."
Yeah.
So hey, if you being weak now and you know when certain trials and tribulations come your way, you know, now like how you gonna be able to handle, like you said, the greater evils that's to come?
Yeah, you can't handle it right now. He's not gonna give you that spirit of no fear and you know, I'm gonna let you do. You know, you said you got. But you know, there's no fear in love, man.
Yeah.
Which is correction, man. Yeah. There's no fear in the commandments, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's a commandment not to fear, man. You know.
It says also too, fear not him that's able to kill the body, but fear him that's able to kill the body and soul into hell. We know the Most High got these people in check, man. We know the Most High can take these people into hellish situations where they'll be crying like a baby and shit. You know, and after death. Remember, it said they have, who can paraphrase it? They begin to suffer after death, the pain. Romans 1:20. I think it's one of my favorite scriptures. That's the one.
That's what they think. They think when we talk about like fear of the Lord, it's not the same type of fear as people would think that as you would have on a situation on the earth, man.
Yeah, well,
it's a different level of fear, man.
Yeah. Well, that's why the Most High gave us examples of fathers. You're supposed to fear your father, but you don't fear him to where you can't come to him.
Yeah, like
and ask him and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you think he's an enemy to you.
Yeah.
You know, that's his reverence. You know?
Yeah. That same goes with your brother too. Because they are likened to fathers too in a lot of ways. So you can't be like afraid to come to your brother, man. You're like, man,
you need some
help, your help, man.
This is Romans chapter 1 verse 20. For the invisible things.
The invisible things. Go ahead.
Of him from the creation of the world.
From the creation of the world. From the beginning of the world. From the creation of the world, man. I think that's, what's that word for creation? Barakwa, something like that. If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, the invisible things. So there are things invisible, man. Like faith, you can't put faith on a scale and tell her that this is my faith right here. They'd be like, what are you talking about? It comes with a process of time, being like, you know what? Man, he got integrity about himself. He said he would do this, and he came through. Go ahead.
Are clearly seen.
So you can clearly see the invisible things. Jake act like the wind ain't there, but it's there. You can feel it. It'll knock you over. Go ahead.
Being understood by the things that are made.
But the things that are made. So what is made in this world? You got good and bad people. You got Esau and Jacob. What did it say? Most High said he made the wicked for the day of evil. So we clearly understand that by things are made, even though the invisible is there. Like knowing that this is Babylon, that could be invisible to people. Like I don't see that, man. I don't see it there. I don't see the understanding of that. But it's clearly seen by the things that are happening in the world. Like this is great confusion over here, man. In America, this is great confusion. Go ahead.
Even his internal power and Godhead.
Even his eternal power and Godhead. Go ahead.
So that they are without excuse.
You're gonna be without excuse, man. because you should have seen it by the things that are made, that things that are happening up on the earth. So the war, it's invisible, but it should be clearly seen by the things that happen. You know, the way the prophets are breaking things down. There's definitely a war going on, man. And Jake, no, he got war within his members. Whether you should do this, what's the best decision for that? Damn, I'm in the hard place. Jake bug out. He lost that war. I don't want to be one of them bug outs. Like I don't know what's going on. That's one of the worst state a man could be in. It's confused. That's why you got my men walking around with dresses and shit because they confused.
Yep, and you know that's why this invisible war is very important, because basically that's what makes our love, our connection with the Most High perfect. That struggle.
Yeah,
you know.
It says what it says. A perfect love is I think much affliction is perfect love or something like that.
Right here.
Go ahead.
This is First John. It say a little different than this one. First John chapter 4 verse 17. Herein is our love made perfect.
Our love is made perfect. Go ahead.
That we may have boldness in the day of judgment.
See, love is bold. Love is a bold word. Love is the commandments of the Most High. To do the commandments of the Most High. This devil then turned everything around to make you the weaken everything. Love is weak here. You can't say you love your brother no more because everybody, they got some. It's all come from the Most High, but Esau weakened everything. Can't even rock the rainbow because these devils then took it and made it sodomite shit, man. They weakened everything, man. That's why the Most High said, "Hey, I'm gonna give you knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and strengthen you." Because this nature's got to take on it's failing. What do you call it? It dissolves. It's moth eating. Yeah, people get old and shit. You start to get old and weary and shit. Him go out and all that. You need a new body. You know, go ahead.
Because as he is,
go ahead.
So are we in this world.
So are we in this world, man. And the Most High, what does it say about Most High? It says the weakness of the Most High is stronger than men, man. So there's no weakness. Go ahead.
Verse 18, there is no fear in love.
There's no fear in love, man. You know, you won't fear your brother if you love your brother. And the love that you have for the Most High, there is no fear in the world. Because, you know, you don't have nothing to feel guilty about. If you love your brother, you love the Most High, you love righteousness, they can't prove you wrong. They can say all kind of shit, man. Oh, you in a court and religion and all that. No, we love righteousness, man, and we strive for it. Go ahead.
But perfect love casteth out fear.
There you go. That's the one I was talking about. Perfect love casts out fear, man. You know? So, you know, hey, sometimes you got to get on the phone with your brother, you know what I'm saying? Call him up, you know? Tell him, hey, man, I was just thinking about you, man. Shit, you good? Everything good with you? Yeah, bro. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Because fear hath torment.
Because fear has torment. It'll torment your ass, you know? You got some people like, you know, those, use an example of women and shit. When they're getting, you know, they'll get pulled to the side and somebody will try to grape them and shit. And they fear that, and so when a man put his hands on her, she's overtaken. You know what I'm saying? But shit, you hit a man in the groin, he goes down or something. If you had enough courage, what did it say? Even the Maccabees' mother, she said they said of her she had a manly stomach, man. You know, manly comprehension of strength will get you through these times. It even says go to the stronghold, man. You know, because the knowledge, wisdom, understanding, Most High give you courage in that. What did Paul say? He said, brother, I encourage you in these words. You know, go ahead.
He that feareth is not made perfect in love.
Yeah, that fear is not made perfect in love, man. So people talk about how these devils, they got all kind of, I wouldn't even be talking like that. Be careful and all that. Well, we love the Most High, and we trust the Most High. So, we know what these devils got. We know they got weapons. We know they got concentration camps. We know they got private prisons and all that. But we're looking at the spiritual thing about it. Like Most High is gonna get their asses, man. You know, turn their asses inside out and shit. Let them feel the real flames of death and of the wickedness gonna be put on them. You know, so Most High got all that taken care of, man. That's all in the scriptures, man. It's all what they say, the playbook is already written out. You know, we just playing our part. We just going through our lot. This is our lot, man. You know, some people's lot is, hey, some brothers they do well, with finances, whatever. Got a house. Some brothers, that's not their luck. You know, sometimes some brothers are more social than other brothers, and they can get out and talk to Esau and get some like benefits from Esau. And then some brothers like, man, hell with Esau, man. I don't want to work around them devils. Let me be in the cut somewhere and leave me alone. So, those are different fashions of how we live our life, but still we all are in the same body and all in the same work. Go ahead.
It's Hebrews chapter 13, verse 5. Let your conversation be without covetousness.
Yep. Covetousness, man. You know what coveted mean, man? Envy another man's property or envy of somebody else with what they got. Go ahead.
And be content with such things as ye have.
Yeah, be content with what you have. Paul said, food and raiment, they'll be content. Like, hey, if you don't, you might not have a car, brother might have a car. You can't get mad at that brother. Or he got more money or a better job than you. He got a better looking wife than you. He got 2 wives. You're like, damn, I know what I'm saying.
The Lord
He might have 3 or 4 wives. That brother can't give me a wife, But that's that brother, man. Go ahead.
The Lord said he loaded us daily with benefits. So
Yeah.
whatever benefits that you're receiving,
Yeah.
It's fit for you to pass your test, man.
Yeah.
That's what he's giving you those benefits for.
And
to pass some tests, man.
Kind.
To be perfect in love.
And we were talking about the natural, use your natural resources and the natural things that Most High give you and use it. This world, you would say use the world, not abuse the world. Things are supposed to be used in this world. Jake don't use nothing, man. He don't use anything that how it's supposed to be used. Esau don't either. You get a gift or use it, man. You'll have a bitter ass person just don't want nobody else to eat the bread, and he don't even eat it himself. That's how Esau is. He got all this food, don't give it to the homeless or the hungry and shit. He rather just let it spoil and shit. What did it say? Shall he grab the grapes that he haven't had enough, man? You share with your brother, man. Go ahead.
For he hath said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee.
So you're gonna have what you need for your necessities to get by, whether you're making less or more or whatever. And then what they say, Most High increase you in things too. Sometimes you don't need finances. Sometimes you need to work on your spirit more than your finances. So you might be of low, in a low situation for a while, so you can focus on your spirit and build your spirit up more. And then when you, so to speak, graduate, Most High give you a better job. He'll give you better things to handle, and you got to handle those things, man. Be responsible for those things. Shit. You get a car ain't gonna drive itself. You got to be responsible, put gas in it, oil in it, keep up with it, make payments, get your license. Go ahead. Same thing with the body. It says if a man not take care of his own house. So that's a form of this war too, man. The war of putting these bodies into motion to take care of things, man. Because your body, what did it say? The war get this right quick. Spirit war against flesh. The spirit wars against flesh, man. It tells you you're a nobody. You ain't really an Israelite. You know, quit teaching. It's not edifying anything. Nobody's listening. You know that. All them thoughts, man. Let go of thy mortal thoughts, man. What's the point of eating right and shit? It's all poison and shit. What's the use of working out and shit? We all, we all go one day and shit. No, man. You gotta fight. Go ahead.
You got it.
I got it.
Uh,
You got it?
Yo, Galatians 5 and
You got Slocky, but you got 600-pound people on this earth, man. How the hell you get 600 pounds? You lost that war, man. Of keeping your body under subjection. They gotta pry him out of the room.
That's that spiritual war right there, man. Shit ain't no joke.
You lost that war, man. 600 pound people gotta crowbar you out of your room and shit. Go ahead.
says Galatians 5 and 17. It says, "For the flesh lusteth after the spirit,
The flesh lusts after the spirit. Go ahead.
and the spirit against the flesh."
And the spirit against the flesh is a war, man. Pulling you like, come this way, come this way.
Says,
Go ahead.
"And these are contrary the one to the other."
These are contrary one to the other, man.
So a lot of times we don't even want to be around these people, man. But you know, we got to go to work and all that. Sometimes, like Juan said, if it's too heavy on your spirit, you got to do something about that. Be like, hey, man, switch departments or go get another job, man.
Yeah.
They doing too much, man.
Yeah.
Because some of these people just they toxic, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit's not good on your spirit, man. You know,
you without
don't just do something just because you're making good money or whatever,
Yeah.
man. If it's messing with the ministry or
Mm-hmm.
your spirit, man,
Mm-hmm.
find something else to do.
Right.
You know, or power through it.
Yeah.
You know, one of the two.
Yeah.
You know,
Go ahead. So it's a war, man. You know, this is a all-out war for us. Because really, what did the Most High tells us that to put us on top or put us at the bottom? He said, "Do His commandments." He ain't talking about going. He said, "I'll be with you against these nations if you do righteous. I'll be with you. I'll give you immortality." That's what it's all about, man. Winning this war against good and evil, against spirit, against flesh. What the Most High said, He called back in the war of Gideon. He called back the men and said, "Nah, only take 300, because if y'all take that many, they gonna be puffed up in their hearts and think they did it." You know, the Most High said that saints shall take the kingdom. Shit, if we was millions and millions, and Most High wanted everybody, they'd be like, "Yeah, y'all took us down because y'all everywhere, y'all." Nah, it's only gonna take 144,000. So that's how the Most High work, and we work in little sanctuaries, not big ass armies and shit and groups of people. You know, we taking down whole cities with this word and shit. They gonna be like, "How did y'all take?" And then what it say? If city not accept you, dust your feet off. We don't have to fight that war; it's already won. You know. So the war has already been set. We are you, and you're gonna be a part of this. You Jakes that are not in even that disregard the truth, or not in the truth. They're not taking uh, uh, you know this for taking this for granted. Y'all gonna be in this war some kind of way. You know, because it's in your mind. It's in the thoughts of men. You got TikTok, you got YouTube, you got the truth on there. You know, you got your woman asking you what we gonna do about the end of the world. You got songs called "The End of the World" that you listen to by day. Like the brother said, people ask you at the job, "What do you think about this and that?" You think that there's some Israelites on the corner saying they the real Jews? What do you think about that? They
Like, and they know it's us too, bro.
yeah.
And that's why it'd be like most of the time, that's why we just don't even respond to y'all, man.
Yeah.
Because why we need to? Like, we've already let y'all know how we feel about everything right on YouTube, man. You ain't gotta respond to a lot of these people, Jake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Just endure their hardness, and continue, to show brotherly love and man, hell with these people, man.
Yeah, because like you said, the war is within us, but on another level too, we're warring with the elites. These peon people don't even matter to the Most High. They're not even the top wicked people. They're just people that just get bothered and their feathers ruffled by things that's been said. We talking about spiritual wickedness in high places, man.
Yeah, that's who we really going to war with.
Yeah.
Everybody else is just in the fucking way, man.
Yeah.
We ain't even really need to talk to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Got anything else?
Yeah. You done with that? I'll throw one more in there. Hebrews chapter 2 verse 10. For it became him for whom are all things, and by whom are all things, and bringing many sons unto glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through sufferings.
Through suffering, man. So Jake, don't get beside yourself when you're suffering, put to a low state. You kings and priests. Well, Yahweh Shai he came in a low, riding up on the ass like they wanted him to come in king's garments and all that. And he suffered.
That's why they don't take us serious, man.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us ain't pulling up in no nice cars,
Yeah.
don't really have riches like that. And that's
Great numbers and riches. So they look down at you. It says that we know the scriptures, man. The scriptures have everything in it. They look down and say to the poor man, sit down there, get thee out of the way, and listen to the rich man. So we know not a lot of people we don't expect a lot of people to listen to us, man.
And we glad y'all don't, because it said holy means to be separate. So if we had all these wicked people having favor on us, then what does that make us, man?
Yeah.
That's why don't nobody really want to go down that road with us, man. Most of the time you're gonna be on your own, Jake.
And
it's better that way, man.
It says that too. It says, woe to him, woe to you that men speak well of you.
Yeah,
So did their father. So
and everywhere we go, people talking about us all crazy and stuff, and they do it because they want to see a reaction, man.
Yep.
Don't give them no reaction, Jake.
Yep.
Just keep doing the work, man.
Win that war, man. Like, it's another day to fight and another day to win the war. What did he say? He said, I fought the good fight of faith. I finished my course.
And sometimes people, will bother you enough, or sometimes you might be like, hey, man, just leave me alone or something.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing wrong with that, Jake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Keep your integrity.
Yeah.
But, also don't let these people bully you, man. We're wiser than them.
Yep.
Don't put up with that shit. You got somebody constantly nagging you or whatever, and then you be like, no, I ain't dealing when they try to make an excuse why they doing it. Nah, you grown as fuck, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Man up, man.
Yep.
Go outside the house and do nothing but bring money back to the tabernacle. Other than that, like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't out here to be friends with these people, man. And we get ready for the test.
Yeah, we're not ordered to, too. Most I said,
they
don't listen to you.
He didn't say, thou shalt be nice to demon ass niggas, man.
Yeah.
They don't say that.
Yep. So, hey, man. Hopefully it was edifying. But again, those on the comment board and those that tuned in, man, you, women, what have you. We almost out of here. We know this is a spiritual war, an invisible war, but it's very much alive, and we very much well see it because we're spiritual people, man. So it's happening. The shit is going down, man. We just didn't prepare for it. Most High is preparing us for it. That's all. Through these trials and tribulations, So with that, we're gonna give all praises. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadai. Rakatayah, Shai, Devon, Shil, Apostle, Elders, Bishops, a great millstone, must I take super seek where for the hopeful election to be like on the side will. To offer sin elect, shalom, blessing. Men, women, and children, shalom. Most High will, we all endure to the end, man. Shalom. Somebody was on there. Yeah, it was. Oh, okay, bye. Yeah. I didn't even see him on there. Yeah, be too close. Screen be real close. Yeah.